What's going on, y'all? Monty here again, and today we are going to be talking about a very, very controversial topic. Now, this kind of, video coming from me, a person of color, should definitely mean a lot. The movement is obviously, supposed to be supporting me, right? So I should be 100% for it. So let me tell you guys all of the red flags right now and let you guys know why this movement is 10 out of 10 suspect. So we're going to start off with the fact that this movement is founded by a few individuals. Now, the individuals that created this movement, one of them has openly come out and said that she supports Marxism. Now, as people were so quick to, jump on the bandwagon and support things without looking into them, right? So we have Patrisse Cullors, one of the head founders of the Black Lives Matter movement, right? Here's a video of her openly saying that she supports Marxism.
I think of a lot of things.
This is Patrisse Cullors. She's a leader of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists.
We are trained Marxists.
Now you guys might be wondering, why is this bad? What's the big deal if someone supports Marxism? So for you guys that don't know, and this is probably all of the people watching, Karl Marx was an open racist. Karl Marx was a very, very open racist. He was a racist man, and he was also anti-Semitic. Now this just means he has hatred towards Jews. So you have someone, first off, right, you have someone that's openly coming out and saying that they support a movement founded by a racist man. Now, Karl Marx's ideas have proven in the past to be inaccurate, and just not the best for our society. So why do we have people who support his movement? Not only that, but when you're a racist man, you clearly do not see life from the most righteous perspective. You don't, because your vision is clouded. So how can, we have a movement that's being supported by people that's created by people who are supporting someone that doesn't even see life through the most righteous lens? Now that's a red flag right there. There's so much information out there for you guys to research. I need you guys to be more than just surface level people. Now the second red flag for the Black Lives Matter movement, and this is something that stood out so much to me, is the fact that this movement was so widely picked up by so many places and it's supported in so many different places. Now you guys should know, as normal people like you and me, we really don't have any power. We really do not. As much as we do try to, get our voices out there and, make a big effect on the world, we can only do so much. We can only talk to one another. But in terms of a nationwide sweeping movement that's supported on all these different platforms, we really don't have any say in that. As much as we would like to believe that, we don't. So when you see any movement that's widely being supported by the media, like Stop Asian Hate, I just made a video about that. Any movement that is just supported by the media all over the place, you have to literally immediately know that that movement, there's something wrong with it. Because here's the thing, there's an agenda that's being pushed on all of our people. And how do you think that they, express that agenda? Where do you think that they express that agenda? They express it through TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, the news obviously, but TikTok and Snapchat, literally everything that you look at on Snapchat is agenda based. Everything that they're talking about on Snapchat is something that they're trying to push onto the people, okay? LGBTQ, homosexuality, Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters has always been there. There's always something that's poisonous to the minds of the people, and it's always being supported on Snapchat. Because why? Who controls Snapchat? Who controls Facebook? Who controls TikTok? The people that are pushing this agenda on us. Okay, so you have to understand, as people, we don't have any power. We just don't. So when you see something like Black Lives Matters being supported all over the place, like I said, it should just run in your mind, like, why is this being so, you know, supported by, you know, big, you know, apps or whatever it may be. Like, it's just very, very strange. So when you see a movement that's out there like that, you have to question it. So I question Black Lives Matter. You know, and also you see it in the NBA. And here's the problem. The problem is they push these things in front of our faces. So the problem is, you know, they push these, you know, movements on us. They really do push these movements on us. And most of us just fall into it. Most of us just believe it. Most of us just think because we see it in other places, that means that it's okay. You have to know that because you see it in other places, that's exactly why it's not okay. So just a quick scripture from the Bible, John 5:19 says that we know that we are from God and the whole world lies in the power of the evil one. So John 5:19 says that we know that we are from God, but the whole world lies in the power of the evil one. John 5:19, guys, you can look that up. So basically, we're just people living in the devil's world. Now, what is the devil's world, right? Because we are actually on Earth. We are actually on God's planet. So what makes this the devil's world? Well, when you wake up, you know, first thing in the morning, you wake up and you hop out of bed, right? You're a free person until you hop into that world. You're a free person until you hop into whatever it is that you have to do to make money, right? Money is the root of all evil. So, you know, what they're doing is they're keeping us distracted through this movement, right? Like all these people with BLM in their bio, okay, what else are you supporting? Because there's so many other things in the world that you can be focusing on, like heart disease, cancer, so many things that are so much worse, right? That there's so many other issues to focus on. But, you know, the whole world wants us to focus on BLM. Right? The whole world wants to focus on racial issues, but not the real issues, like the freaking, probably while I made this video, there's probably about 20 people that died from, you know, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and these are things that no one talks about because they want us to be focused on fighting with one another. They want us to be focused on having these racial battles because there's such a bigger issue at hand. But as long as we're focused on race and color and the things that they created in the first place, we're never ever going to be able to ascend to a higher, you know, frequency and see beyond color and focus on the bigger issues at hand, like, you know, the children going missing, right? We're not going to focus on things like that because we're all here, you know, fighting amongst one another. So they're going to promote movements that get us to fight against one another. So that's why you see BLM, and this kills me, but you see BLM on the back of NBA, you know, NBA players' jerseys all over the NBA. You see BLM, right? All over the NBA. Who do you think controls the NBA? Do you think that honestly, if BLM was a good movement, that it would have made it that far? Or do you think it would have just been shut down? Like everything else that's just been shut down so quickly in our world. Get out of my face. Like, what are you doing? Fucking weird ass kids in my neighborhood. But anyway, so guys, I'm trying to tell you guys that BLM is really just a movement to keep people bickering amongst one another. Okay? Think about the videos, you know, of police brutality that were pushed to the forefront of society.